Welcome to Land House. This video is sponsored by the ThruNite Neutron 2C LED Everyday Carry Flashlight. This past winter was the first winter in our new home, and every time I would open the pantry door, I'd realize it was very cold in there. And today I'm going to be using this flashlight to go up under the house and see why that is. I have a feeling there is some insulation that is not where it should be. So let's head under here and see what we can solve. I'm here under the pantry spot and I found out why the insulation was pulled out. This is a modular home and it is pieced together with bolts here to hold it together. And so every couple of feet they have one of these bolts. And they just forgot to replace the insulation here at this spot. So I've got some insulation here that I'm going to be stuffing up in this little hole. Okay, I've got my wad of insulation here. I'm just going to weasel that back up into the hole. And hopefully this black tarp looking material will hold that into place. Alright, great. That should make a big difference this winter with having cold air coming out of the pantry. While we're down here, we might as well take a look at the brightness settings of this light. So I'm going to push once here, and it's going to turn on nice and bright. Now, you can see there's a glowing light here on the front. It's kind of blue, but it's hard for you to see that. That is the charge indicator. Right now it has a full charge. So if I hold that button down, it'll begin to infinity dim down. When it blinks, it's on the lowest setting, and when you hold it down again, it'll go up and it'll blink again at the highest setting. Okay, and now this actually isn't the highest setting. If I were to double tap, oh, see how it's red and it blinks? It means that it's using a lot of power here on the highest setting. So if I double tap this, I get the highest setting, which is not a whole lot brighter than holding it down, but it is brighter. So let me dim this down, and I can stop at any point and let go, and it will keep that brightness setting. And it does have memory, so if I turn this off and back on, it'll be at that same position that it was stopped at. Now there is also a strobe mode. You can do a double tap like that and give somebody a seizure. Let's take a look at the contents of the box here. Got a foam piece around the light for protection. So it's got the light itself. It has a everyday carrying pouch, a charger for the battery, a lanyard, and then some information. So let's just look at, the cable itself is just very basic. Lanyard, nothing too special. Everyday carrying case has the belt loop on the back and D-ring up top with Velcro. Let's put the light in here, down to the bottom. So that's how it fits inside of the pouch. Okay, now for the light itself, it has a couple of nice features. It has a rubber gasket over the charging port, so you don't have to remove any of the components to charge the battery. The button up top is a single push for on, single push for off. It has a feature where if the light is on, you double click, it'll go to the brightest setting. Double click again, strobe. And then if you want to adjust the settings, you just hold down the button and it will ramp up. Whenever it blinks, it is at the maximum setting. Or if you ramp down, when it blinks again, it'll be at the lowest setting, like that. So quite easy. The clip is nice. It is nice and sturdy, and it's also on the back of the light. It'll fit all the way down in a pocket. To access the battery, you can either unscrew the top or you can unscrew the middle piece here. I kind of like doing the top piece because when I unscrew from the middle, the clip is rubbing against the grip. It's not going to cause any real issues, just might remove some of the paint there. So I'm just going to keep using the top up here. Now if you want to attach the lanyard, you can do so back here on the back. There's a little hole. There is one more light setting that I didn't mention, and it's called Firefly. Whenever pushing the light on, hold for an extended period, and it will have a very, very low light setting, just enough to see it. I'm going to quickly run through some of the information on the pamphlet here. This is, of course, the Neutron 2C version 3. It's an LED light. The lens has an anti-reflective coat on it. Operating voltage is 2.7 volts to 9 volts. It uses the 18650 rechargeable battery. That's a 3400 milliamp hour battery. Turbo mode has 1100 lumens and runs for 2.2 hours. The highest setting on the infinity mode is 650 lumens and it's 2.7 hours. The lowest setting on the infinity is 12 lumens and runs for 130 hours. That long hold Firefly setting uses 0.5 lumens and will last for 49 days on a full charge. Strobe 650 lumens for 5 hours. Distance 240 meters max. 1 meter drop resistance, and waterproof IPX8 to 2 meters. Now for the light indicators on the button. If it's above 3.2 volts, it's going to be blue. If it's between 3 and 3.2, it's flashing red. If it is at 2.8 and 3 volts, it's going to be red, solid. And if it's below 2.8, it's going to be off. So it does have low voltage off. When using the cable to charge, it is going to have a red light whenever it's 2.7 to 4.19 volts. It's going to be blue at 4.2 volts. And if it's flashing a purple color, there's an error with the charging. I'm glad I was able to get up under the house and replace that insulation. Definitely will help with our heating and cooling. If you'd like to check out the ThruNite 2C version 3 everyday carry flashlight, I will have a link to it in the description down below. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.